Morning, John. How outdoorsy were you before you went in the jungle?
Philip, outdoors to me and camping is a Holiday Inn Express. This was nothing like I ever expected, and I've never slept in a tent, so to be outside in the jungle, in the elements, in the rain, it was just a whole new experience for me.
You've never slept in a tent? You've never been camping? What the hell? What were you thinking?
My kind of camping is something very different, as you know, but it's not about being in a tent.
I hesitated to use the word, I've got to say.
You seem so happy in there, though, John. You really seem like you kept the spirits up in camp.
Listen, one thing that I realized in myself and, you know, with the journey that I went on while I was in the camp and learning about myself, I love making people happy. I love making them smile. I love to see people having a good time. So I felt that that was kind of my duty in camp. However, there were times that I felt down and times that I felt like I needed to have a few moments by myself. And I had Emily next to me. She and I have created this great friendship between us. And I had the rest of the camp members. And I also found that to get myself back on track, all I had to do was really listen to people, to hear how they were reacting to things in order to get myself back into that happy mode. But once I got my feet back on the ground, I was running. I had the time of my life, guys. It was probably in the top 5 things that I've done in my career this far, and I would not change it for the world.
So when you went in, and obviously I assume, unlike Harry Redknapp, who had never watched it, had no clue, you had an idea of what you were getting yourself into.
I did, Philip. I've been a fan of the show since the beginning, and I've dipped in and out over the 18 years because any time the show was on, I've normally been doing pantomime. And for a couple of years, they've been asking me if I would be interested. And this year, I didn't do panto, so I had the free time. I just finished filming another episode of Arrow, and I was ready. And I said, look, you know, after my meeting in April of this year, I gave it some thought, and I talked to Scott, my husband, about it, and I said, I'm going to do it now. This is the time to do it. I feel it's right. And I want to do it because I want to experience it and I want to go on that jungle journey. And it was the best decision I ever made.
Oh, you mentioned Emily before. Watching you pair together, it really does seem like you've made a friend for life.
I have. And the one thing is, when I saw Emily, I knew I was going to get along with her because she had that little naughtiness in her eyes. And also, we both have the idea that you've got to let the kid that's inside you live and have a great time. And we had moments together that, you know, maybe you saw and some you maybe didn't, but she was my diamond in the rough, and she kept me going. I kept her going, and I'm honest to goodness, Emily's gonna be part of my life for a long, long, long time.
Whether she likes it or not.
Whether she likes it or not. And so, within...
Yes, yeah.
Within that camp, it is very small. Mm. There are not many places, as you said a moment ago, that, you know, you want to take yourself away and have a moment to yourself, and it's not very big. What did Scott say to you? What advice did he give if you were in the position where somebody might rub you up the wrong way?
Well, Scott has an expression that he uses with me, and he also put it on his letter that he wrote to me while I was in. He said, just remember, take a deep breath, count to 10, and think about eating a sandwich. He always says to me when I get a little snippy, he'll say, we need to get you a sandwich. So I just kept thinking of that line. If anything was rubbing me the wrong way, I would think, I need a sandwich, take a deep breath, and you will be fine. But to be honest with you, Philip, guys, there was only one moment where I kind of felt that happening, but it was nothing to do with any individual person. It was something that after it happened, I sat for a day or two and kind of thought about what had happened, and it was something that I realized about myself after I had a really good conversation with Anne. And it was that change, if it's thrown in front of me and is done very quickly, it upsets me and freaks me out, and I react in a bad way to it. So I had to let go more, and when change happened, I had to sit back and think there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I had to let go of the controlling aspect of my personality and just let it go.
You got a bit snippy with Noel when he came in as the Emperor and told you to leave your crotch alone.
Correct. That was the situation I'm talking about, because unfortunately, as I apologized to Noel after it happened, I snapped at him because the whole camp that had a calm situation to begin with was suddenly thrown into upheaval because we now had an emperor and the rules all changed, and that's what freaked me out. And that's where I had to then sit. And Emily actually said to me afterwards, she looked and she said, "I thought I lost you there." I said, "No, I just needed 24 hours to think about why I reacted that way, because I need to change that and I need to work on that." And from that point on, I was fine. And Noel and I, we had some great chats. In fact, we've just exchanged numbers. He's going to come visit me in Palm Springs, so you might just see a little bit of Noel and John together. Watch out for it.
Oh, not the musical, please God, not the musical.
No, the musical Noel and John is not going to happen, because Noel can't sing. He can do everything else, but he can't sing.
So when you came out of the jungle last night, I mean, we've loved it because it has been a very happy camp.
It has.
We know that everyone's hungry. We know everyone wants to see their loved ones. Greatest luxury when you got out, when you got into that beautiful hotel room. What was it like?
The hotel was amazing, and you're going to see a lot of that, I think, on Wednesday evening when we have the Coming Out show, which will be on ITV. And the first thing I did when I went in, I put my face, they made me like what their version of a Victoria sponge with cream was. And rather than taking a fork, I literally put my face in it and I started eating it right on camera. And then I went into a bath. So those were my two luxuries.
That's a beautiful thing.
Face eating a cake and having a bath.
Can I just ask quickly, did you realise that you were going to have such a catchphrase when you came out? As in, obviously, we all know it, fabulous! Did you realise it was going to be such a big thing?
You have just told me that. I had no idea, because I've just posted 2 things on social media, but I have not read anything about what has happened. So for you guys having told me that it's a catchphrase, it is fabulous!
That's the money shot.
Well done, John. Happy that Harry was the winner?
I am so happy that Harry Redknapp is the winner, because I knew that he would be. Harry is one of the most genuine, down-to-earth, lovely men, and he was so kind to me, and he and I hit it off when I first went into camp, and he and I were bedmates next to each other. His wife is lovely, and yeah, he is deserving of it. And whatever he says, he'll try to let you think he got the sympathy vote. He did not. He deserved every single vote that he got, because he is our king of the jungle. Well done, John. Thank you very, very much indeed. Go and enjoy the pool and the Victoria sponge and. I'm going off to have a espresso martini, and I'll have 2 for you guys. And when I'm back in the UK, I'll come in and see you with hugs and kisses and lots of fabulous. See you later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.